Welcome back to this World of Warcraft Let's Play. You're Sambo, and joining us, as always, is Seraphis, our level 31 Worgen Mage. Say g'day, Seraphis.
Fate has brought you here to me.
Fate has indeed brought us here to the Forest of Ashenvale. And of course, if you're with us in the last episode, let's have a look on the old map. You'll remember we were up here in the night run as we were fighting against the foul satyrs, trying to get those regents, and of course up in the areas up towards Felwood here as we tried to find the key, which we got, by the way. And now we've got a new quest where we have to go and play possum. That's right, if we have a look here, you can see that there's a place. Let's have a look in the actual quest log here. Where is it? Here it is, playing possum. Obtain the final piece of the Dartol's rod, the iron pommel. And of course, we've been trying to get pieces of this rod for quite some time. And it says here, the last piece of the rod is held by druids of the claw. And he asked their leader, Oso Bramblescar, to give it to him, but he clearly didn't want to give it up. You can see here his guardians nearly killed him, and clearly they were too affected by the horde's corruption of the forest heart. But I also have an idea for how you can get into Oso's cave and grab the pommel. So this is an interesting one here. And by the way, excuse me, I've got a bit of a snivel, if I sound a bit snivelly. Ever since I was a fawn, I've been pretty good at playing possum. It works great against bears, I can teach you. Go east to the Shady Nook, and if they try to get you, just use my technique. Now, you may remember a couple of episodes we stumbled across this area here called the Shady Nook, and we came across that big bear that basically killed us. That's what it's all about. We have to go there. But now we've got this item, and you can see here in our bags we've got it, and of course it's appearing on our quest tracker as well. Sheldrin's playing possum technique. And you can see here that if we use it, we play possum, which may trick others into ignoring us. It lasts up to 6 minutes and only works in the Shady Nook. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Going to mount up and go over to the Shady Nook and give this a go. And just hope that this time it actually allows us to go into the Shady Nook without getting beaten up by the bear, which would be nice this time. Now, if we remember correctly, it's down here. So let's head on in. Whoops, ouch. And what do we got here? Okay, Shady Nook Guardian. And another Shady Nook Guardian, and there he is, Oso Bramblescar. That's the person that we tried to fight last time, and it didn't work. So let's see what happens now if we use this play possum ability. Interesting. Alright, so it looks like... Alright, so it actually makes us look like we're dead, which is interesting. So I guess we kind of need it to get past these guys, maybe. Let's see what happens if we can just sneak into the cave anyhow. Oh, okay, right. Let's see if we can play dead, just to be on the safe side. Alright, so we want to get in a bit further. Let's see if we can do that. That's so weird, isn't it? When we come back to life there, the animations aren't quite synced up. Alright, let's play possum here. We're just trying to sneak further and further in as Oso Bramblescar sneaks past us. Gosh, he's a big fella, isn't he? Right, now maybe we're able to wake up. And let's, by the way, let's steal some tin while we're in here as well. Now let's keep an eye out on the entrance because we don't want him coming back. And here we go. Here is a chest, Oso's chest. And look at that, inside is, there it is, an iron pommel, the final piece of Dartol's rod. Good stuff. Alright, let's see if we can sneak out now. Maybe what we'll do is we'll blink out. There we go, managed to blink past, and we're nice and safe. Excellent stuff. Return to Sheldrin at the Rainwood Tower in Ashenvale now with the final piece of the rod. That's exactly what we're going to do. Good stuff. That was easier than I thought. And of course, if we didn't have that play possum ability, it would have been a bit nasty because we'd probably have to have confronted the bear and once again probably would have died like last time. Whoopsie. Never mind. Alright, let's see if we can get up here. I think we have to go around the back way because the cliffs are just a bit steep for getting up there from the front. Oh, and what's going on here? We've got a bit of a horde invasion happening. Yikes. Alright, let's do our bit to help while we're here.
I need a target.
Oh, I was going to say, how come nothing was happening? And that's because our little Ashenvale sentinels there took care of it all nicely for us, no problem. Alright, here we go. Sheldrin, returning to you with our piece of the rod. Did you find the final piece of the rod, Seraphis? How did my technique work? Well, it worked very well, thanks. You got it. Yes, wonderful for you and for Rain. I guess we'll have to see about reassembling it, won't we? Okay, so this one here, this piece of cloth wrist armor that we can get, you can see here it's actually +5 armor and +5 intellect. Less stamina and less hit rating, but that's okay. We really want the intellect, so we'll definitely take that from her. Let's go into our outfits here. Oh, wait a minute, let's see what she says. The rod's design is simple. Dartol didn't use his arcane knowledge in its creation. It's more druidic in nature. I've made a pun, didn't I? Druidic in nature. I'm so funny. Yes, you're funny. Now then, the rod. Let's see about putting it back together, shall we? There we are. It wasn't too bad. What did you say you and Rain were going to do with this thing? It's powerful. All right, let's have a chat with her now. Return to Rain. I suggest you find Rain and let her know the rod is finished. I'm sure she'll know what your next course should be. Be careful, I sense a great deal of power within it, for both good and for ill. I hope that you and Rain know what you're doing. Good luck, Seraphis. So there we go. We've now got to deliver Dartol's rod to Rain Wolfrunner in Astranar in Ashenvale. So that should make actually 2 quests now that we have to hand in an Ashenvale. Yes, it is. Look at that. We've got Return to Rain for this one here, the Dartol's Rod, and also we've got All's Well. Deliver the sanctified moonstones that we got from the druids, rather from the satyrs up here in the plateau, that we will hopefully be able to use to actually cure our sick little girl in there. Let's hope this time it does work. Anyhow, let's go back to our outfits now, and we go to normal, and let's have a look. Where are they? There they go. The Shadrin's braces, we definitely want those. And we're going to save that to our outfit. Yes, we are. Thank you. We're going to equip our fishing outfit, and we're going to pop on the Sheldrin's braces on there as well. And there we go. And now we're going to re-equip our normal combat outfit. All done. Boy, our bags are getting full. We are absolutely going to have to head off to Darnassus at some point very soon. Maybe after we've been to Astranar, perhaps. Not sure. Let's have a look. There we go. Let's select one of these quests here. The All's Well one will do as we make our way along the major road here, as you can see, in Ashenvale, and we're going to go right through the centre of it, past the Silverwind Refuge here, and we're going to get nice views of the zone. You can see that we're basically getting close to clearing this zone out. We've got the Warsong Lumber Camp up the top there, and this zone down here to the southwest that we haven't actually uncovered yet. And in fact, if we have a look quickly at our achievement list, this is quite a good way of being able to find out what you have, and there's a player over there too, what you have and haven't explored in a zone. So let's have a look at Kalimdor, which is of course where we are, and we're looking for Ashenvale. There it is. What do we got? The Shrine of Asina. That's the only place in the map that is remaining unexplored, actually. So what we'll do is we'll head over there at some point. I'd imagine that we're probably going to get a quest, and it's definitely over there. I remember that area. And we'll probably get a quest to head down there. If we don't, we'll definitely wander down there because we want to get that achievement for exploring the entirety of a zone. Look at this. It just looks fantastic, doesn't it? Apart from Vista playing around with the frame rate. Come on, Vista, get your stuff together. What are you doing? Seriously, we're not doing anything. It's probably doing something horrible in the background. You know what? We'll take a pause and we'll go see what it's doing. We'll be right back. And we're back, folks. I have no idea. Honestly, no idea. Vista just decided to stop. Stop with its weird frame rate stuff just for absolutely no reason. So there you go. There's Vista. Good on ya. 1 minute it's fine, the next minute it's not, and there's absolutely no reason why. Anyway, we'll just enjoy the sights. Look at this. Oh, look at that. I forgot about that down there. We've actually got this quest up here called the Bomb. I completely forgot about that. Alright, as we look out over the wonderful sights of Ashenvale, let's actually hop down there and have a look at it, because we did say that we'd head down here, and you know what? We never did. Terrible, Sambo. So let's see what's going on. That's if this Silverwind Conqueror would die. Alright, let's have a look on the map, and yeah, okay, so we have wandered through here in the past, but like I say, we obviously haven't done this quest called the Bomb. because there's a great big quest marker sticking up there. So yeah, alright, let's do that. And of course this area is surrounded by goblins. You'll know that because we've been here before. We took a look at all of these particular machines, and of course took a look at the goblins themselves. And they're throwing explosives at us. So there you go, folks. If you haven't seen a goblin before in WoW, going to get up close and personal with them now. And of course they're, well, not all of them, but some of their designs have actually changed since Cataclysm, because of course now it's a playable race. So they had to bring in a whole bunch of different models so that you could actually have some variety as a player. So we're going to make our way up this machine, which is some kind of goblin deforestation device, if you ask me. Not sure exactly what it is, but it looks like it's used to kill the trees, farm the trees. Do love the goblin voices. We'll just take some food here too, by the way, while we're at it. And that's another good point too. I wonder if it's time for us to be able to get some new food. You can see here that it requires level 25. Probably at the stage now where there's a new tier of food available. Oh, who's that? Chief Bombardier Sploder. Oh, I wonder if we have to kill him for a quest. I'm not sure. He's got an exclamation mark above him, so I'd imagine that we probably do. That's okay, we've got no choice here. We've aggroed him in order to get up to the bomb. So, yeah, sorry, you have to die. I love his death animations there. You can see, though, he was actually our level pretty much, level 25. And took a bit of effort to actually kill, so we did get some XP out of that. Alright, let's see what this quest is. The bomb. They set them up the bomb. Oh, okay, that's very good. Alright, here you go, folks. This is your big chance to earn 10 internet points if you can tell me what this is all about. What is that title referring to there? I'll read it out once again in case you can't read it on the YouTube. Here, they set them up the bomb. Okay, let me know what particular internet meme that is referring to. That's very funny. I'd forgotten about this. Anyhow, here we go. Let's read it out. This is clearly the biggest explosive that you've ever laid eyes upon. What in the world could goblins be thinking about bombing with such a monstrosity? To your eye, the thing looks like it's almost complete. The goblins appear to have built it well. It looks as if it's impervious to any damage that you could do to it, and certainly too big for you to carry out of here. You'd better report the bomb to Huntress Jalen at Stardust Spire to the southwest. Alright, so this might actually be the start of another quest line down here that we haven't done yet, so this is pretty cool. Anyway, here we go. Report the existence of the bomb to Huntress Jalen at the Stardust Spire in Ashenvale. Absolutely, we shall do that and have a look on the old map here and see where it is. Where is it? Where is it? They set us up the bomb. There it is. Oh, okay, so it's down to the south here, over there. All right, that's where we have to head. So we'll absolutely go there now because, like I say, it may actually be the beginning of a new quest chain. Now, I would jump down there, but it's probably a little bit too far. We might actually kill ourselves if we do that. Whoops. But it's a cool looking machine, isn't it? Kind of reminds me down here of like the Jawa Sandcrawler from Star Wars, but you can see there it's nothing like that rather. But it's definitely got that big shredder blade at the top there. So yeah, this is interesting. I wonder what it is going to be used for. In the meantime, we will head down here to the Stardust Spire, because I don't think we've really been down there that much. And hopefully pick up a new bunch of quests down there as well, which will be really cool. Let's make sure we're heading in the right direction. Okay, yep, so we basically have to follow the road. Let's take out these guards here while we're here. And yeah, using the old frostbolt to slow them down. They're going straight into the arcane blast here now, just so we can build up that buff, that nice debuff on them, which increases the arcane damage, of course. Now while we're here, let's have a look at our skinning. Go to P, go to professions. You can see skinning is 150 out of 165. Like I said, we do need to head back to Darnassus, and we can probably actually train our skinning up now. I think it's 150 that we can get our new tier of skinning. We'll see what happens here, whether or not this... Oh, look at that. It's still actually increasing our skinning. We went up to 151 there. We can probably do the same with the bear as well. So seeing as we're here, we might as well level up our skinning. There we are. And of course, it's not just deer. We can do it to pretty much any beast that's skinnable. There we go, 152. Okay, so these particular mobs here, because they're skilling up so fast, it means that they're not low level, which is good. So it's good to be skinning those, because you want to keep skinning the beasts in an area, basically until they stop giving you a level up every time. And then it's pretty much a good indicator that you can move on to a new zone, in terms of skinning anyway.
I don't have a target.
Oh, there we go. Vista has decided to do something in the background once again. God only knows what it is. We've got everything disabled, so I can't imagine anyway. We'll be right back. And we're back, folks. No idea, once again, what was going on. Everything had been disabled, and now it's working fine. I just give up, seriously. I promise, once we find the time, we will upgrade to Windows 7, and then we'll stop having all of these interruptions, I presume. Although I'll have a good old laugh if it still does happen under Windows 7. That would be awful. And listen to that, folks, in the background. It's my favourite music, again. And you can see we're still skilling up there with our skinning. So we're going to keep going just while we make our way, obviously, over to the Stardust Spire. We might as well make use of the mobs in the area while they are giving us a skill update every time. And of course, it's just so much fun wandering around in the forest. So many nooks and crannies, so many adventures to be had, even if you're not on a quest. And like we say in every single episode pretty much, you know, if you are playing the game just because you've been somewhere before, don't avoid it, especially if you haven't been playing since the release of Cataclysm, because a lot of your favourite zones, or in fact more importantly, a lot of your zones that you possibly didn't like have changed up probably for the better now. And of course, especially zones like the Barrens and Stone Talon, Desolace, those sort of places, they are completely different now, especially actually Desolace. I'm sure that the word Desolace brings up a collective state of sighs and groans from any of you who have played that zone in the past, of course. Nowadays, it is just, yeah, I'm not going to give the game away. In fact, we'll probably obviously head there on this character, and you'll see for yourself just what a difference has been made in that zone post-Cataclysm. You basically won't recognise it. It's incredible. Much more fun now than it used to be. Wow, look at that. 158 is our skill now. Still skilling up. And let's see, are we getting closer to, by the way, to our target? Yep, it looks like there's a little path off down to the side there. That's where we'll head. We'll just kill these last couple of mobs. Thank you, Elder Shadowhorn Stag, for giving us your life and your light leather. We do appreciate that, because, you know, we're trying to skill up. Yeah, any excuse. Look at that view, folks. Look at it. It's just fantastic. I love the way that there's an atmospheric sort of haze around the place, and it does change too, by the way, depending on what part of the forest you are in. You can see here we're sort of down to the southwest of the forest, and it's definitely got a different feel compared to being in the center of the forest, and obviously compared to being around the foul legion areas and stuff like that. So really, really, like, heaps of attention to detail in this game. It's just amazing. And I love all the ruins there, etc. And that's, of course, the lake that we were at a few episodes ago. Alright, so where are we headed? Are we headed in the right direction? Yes, we are. Oh, now this is interesting. What's over there? Oh, okay, that looks like that's an actual new pathway into the adjacent zone, which is the Stone Talon Mountains. I didn't realise you could actually get there. In fact, I'm actually going to... Yeah, I think that's new. And we'll go and check it out in a second. You used to be able to get to the Stone Talon Mountains from Ashenvale. Don't worry, that's nothing new. But you used to have to do it in a different part of the game. And I'll show you where. It used to be basically down here. Oh, actually, no, maybe it was there. Oh, I can't remember. Basically, though, it was a cave that you had to run through. And it certainly didn't look anything like this. So let's go and have a bit of an investigate. There's our... there we go, Stardust Spire, and listen to that beautiful music in the background. This is where we need to go, but we're just going to scoot on past for a second because this is definitely different. Look at this, you've got all this sort of construction going on here. It looks like they've been digging stuff out. Oh, Talondeep Pass. Okay, so unless I'm dreaming, I do remember Talondeep Pass. Look at all this, we've got the Horde up there, the Warsong War Riders up there. Wow, this does look very different. Talondeep Pass. I've got a funny feeling. Okay, alright, now it's all coming back to me. This actually is the same place because you did used to come down here in the Talondeep Pass and it would actually used to be a cave. So what I think they've done is they've actually changed it in terms of the fact that they've actually dug out the cave, and that's why all of this equipment is here and the scaffolding. And they've actually dug it out, so instead of going through a cave, you now come over the top. Because you did used to come out here, and then you'd wander through the forest, which was being deforested by the Horde, and then you'd end up wandering down through here. So, yeah, okay, so it is the same place. Alright, interesting. Alright, we'll head back, because of course we'll be coming back here, I'd say, in a future episode. We do have a Hero's Call quest to get there. It's okay. Look at that. Look at the purples and greens of Ashenvale Forest. It's so pretty. Oh my lord. Alright, who have we got here? Huntress Jarlin. And do we have... what do we got? A Flight Master. That's cool. So we can obviously fly back places really quick. Here's another player as well called Hum. Do we have a vendor around here? I think there's one... looks like there's one showing up possibly inside here. Ah, there we go. A Bowyer. So we want to repair, jolly good, and of course we want to sell up. Look at all that, all of our junk sold, so many items. Look at them all in the chat log there. Fantastic. We definitely wanted to get rid of all that stuff, and of course you can always go back into your buyback there and have a look and see what's there if in case you accidentally sell something that you didn't want to sell. And of course I'm using the Sellomatic add-on, which is just so good for getting rid of your whites, your greys, not your whites, good lord, which is basically vendor trash. So definitely get that add-on if you haven't got it. It makes life a whole lot easier. Alright, so what do we got here? Just making sure that we haven't got things here. We have, look at this, a soulbound ring here that is not better than either of the ones we've got, so we'll get rid of that. Just check for any other soulbound stuff. We've got a shredder blade there we can get rid of, because of course we want to make room in our bags. Get rid of these food items here that we don't want. There's a soulbound Emil's brand. That is a two-handed sword, so we obviously can't use that as either. Soulbound leather pants, we can't use those. That's not soulbound. That's not soulbound. The wrists are soulbound, and yeah, we'll get rid of those. They're the ones that we just recently swapped out. And of course, all these soulbound items are basically from quests. They're quest rewards. There we go. Male soulbound chest item. Obviously, we can't use that either. Just sort our bags out very quickly for a second. And we've got some milk there, 437 mana versus sweet nectar that we've got, so we don't need that milk either. And a swiftness potion, and there we go, that looks pretty good. Got a couple of quest items left over there, but that is it. Alright, we're all nicely repaired and sold up. That was handy. Right, let's talk to Huntress Jalen here and see what she has to say. Oh, look at this, she's got absolute bucket loads of quests here. They set them up the bomb. They what? It's how big, she says? I have a very bad feeling about this Seraphis. Yes, so do I. Here we go, and of course, our Darnassus reputation, 250 of it. Is that it over there, Seraphis? This land is doomed if the Horde manages to set that off. Oh, look! Look at this! It's floating over the top there. That was really interesting. Little scripted event there. Just as well she pointed it out, or I would have missed it. But this is a real big quest hub here, isn't it? Gosh, there's so many quests. Just as well we came down. And she's got the Stone Talon Mountains Heroes quest as well. We'll get that later on. By the way, let's have a look at our reputation and see what we're up to. 15.5k out of 21k. So basically we've got 5.5k to go. Ooh, getting close now. The Goblin Brain Trust. Oh, here he is. Chief Bombardier. Bombgineer, Sploder. Funny names. If we could just stop the damn bombing from the Goblins' creations, we'd be able to launch a counter-offensive to take back Silverwind Refuge. It's been my experience that the goblins are either lazy and unproductive or too productive and end up killing themselves with their own explosives. Unfortunately for us, they're being motivated by the brilliant Chief Bombgineer, Sploder. Get up to the Skunkworks on top of the west side of the West Refuge and don't come back until you have the Chief Bombgineer's head. And of course, we've already killed him accidentally before. We'll absolutely do that, no problems. And of course, yeah, this is a new outpost here, Stardust Spire. What we normally do is we normally go to Silverwind Refuge, which is over here, but obviously the Horde have taken that over. So maybe this series of quests is actually going to be designed for us to take them back, which is kind of cool. Alright, they took our gnomes. The Gnome Explosive Squad we requested from Tinkertown. And of course, Tinkertown is the area in... Wait a minute, where's that? That's in Ironforge, actually. It's somewhere that we haven't been yet on this toon. That's the Dwarven city built under the mountain there. From Tinkertown, they arrived last week just in time to face an assault by the Horde. We lost a lot of soldiers that day. Most of the gnome team was taken as well. And now we're neck deep in the Horde. Silverwind Refuge has been lost, and we're down a dozen gnomes. I'm begging for your help here, Cerevis. Travel east to the Silverwind Refuge and look for any gnome survivors. They were all carted off by a big merciless orc named Thundrak. Find him, and you'll find our gnomes. Okay, so we've got to go and rescue Boog the Gare Whisperer and Minx from Painmaster Thundrak's Wagon of Unending Agony. That sounds funny, doesn't it? That sounds interesting. Could be quite cool. I think we'll leave that quest there because that's the Hero's Call one. No problem there. And if you haven't come across a gnome before in the game...
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Hey.
Hey. Yeah, that's it. There we go. Gnomebus the Exterminator.
Nice to meet you.
I love gnomes. Well, actually, I don't like gnomes, but I love them in this game because they're kind of funny.
Interesting.
There we go. Professor Zach Gyromate. Let's see what he's got to say. The gnome quarter. These goblins disgust me. Their filthy goblin technology is inferior to anything gnomish yet. I love their laugh. That is so cool. It is the last piece of the puzzle. Without the filthy goblin technology, the Zome quarter cannot be built. Venture east into the Skunkworks and take from them their filthy goblin junk. You will most likely find them on Goblin Technicians. Goblin Technicians, what is that anyway? Some kind of oxymoron. Okay, he's obviously got a superiority complex, this guy. We need to recover 8 pieces of filthy goblin technology.
Burning.
That's right, daylight is burning. Now what have we got here from Sentinel Valine Starstrike? She's got a couple of quests for us. Have you seen the befouled water elementals in our lake, Seraphis? It's a sorry sight, but I do not know where they are coming from. Okay, so your name has been mentioned in conversations past. Perhaps you can help with this problem. The first thing that we must learn is who is in control of these elementals. So retaking Mistral Lake, basically you can see we have to go down there. One of the shaman summoned in the Tidorus, an old and angry water spirit of the forest who befouled our elementals and turned them against us. With the lake and the Horde pressing in on us, we had no choice but to retreat to the Spire here. Okay, so you can see, yeah, that's what I was saying before. That's why they did have to retreat over to here from the Silverwind, Silverwind Refuge there. So, yeah, that's where we normally are. So in this one, we have to go east and take the lake back so that we'll have a chance to retake the refuge someday. So we have to slay 12 befouled water elementals and... What else do we have to do? Rebels without a clue. Several years ago, Stormwind's Captain Curzon, Captain Curzon, brought a brigade into Stranglethorn Vale on a mission whose details are still murky. Curzon swiftly descended into madness, as did his men, except for a few rebels who made it in their mission to undo the evils that Curzon had wrought. Now, if you are an old player, you'll remember Curzon's compound in Stranglethorn Vale. You'll absolutely remember that place, I'm sure. As I said, that was years ago, but I'm now hearing rumours rumours that Curzon is dead, but these rebels still persist in their rebellion. If you wish to investigate, you'll find them at a camp on Stranglethorn's northern border. Oh, there you go. Report to Lieutenant Doran at the rebel camp in northern Stranglethorn. That's very interesting. Getting a quest all the way to Stranglethorn Vale. Wow, because basically Stranglethorn Vale is way over here on the other continent. It's down the bottom here. Here we go, down the bottom of the Eastern Kingdoms, and you can see there's the quest that we've just been given. At the top there, you can see also, by the way, Stranglethorn Vale has been split into two. If you're one of the people that have played back in the early days, you'll remember it was one huge big zone. Now we've got the bottom end there, we can see the Cape of Stranglethorn, and we've got Stranglethorn Jungle, which is basically the top half of it, and there's that quest. So I'm guessing it's a cookie crumb quest sending us over there. That's very interesting. Look at our quest log, folks. It's absolutely chock-a-block with quests. I think the first one that we have to do, the first set of quests that we need to do, is over here around the Silverwind Refuge. That's absolutely what we'll probably end up doing in the next episode. Now that we've got slightly more empty bags, I think we're okay for bag space. And of course, what we're also needing to do is keep an eye, just a subtle eye, on these quests here, because we're now level 31, nearly level 32. I'd say in the next episode or two, we might have to start queuing for Gnomeregan there, because otherwise we will miss out, and that would be a real shame. Because once again, it's a classic instance, and I'm sure you guys remember it if you've been playing for a while. Anyway, as we nestle ourselves in amongst the gnomes here, I think it's high and time for us to log out. We've gone a little bit over time, sorry about that. So please join us next time as we head off questing to the Silverwind Refuge here. Try to take it back from the nasty horde that have taken it, and the water elementals around the lake, of course. So certainly hope you enjoyed this episode. Certainly hope you'll join us in the next one, and more importantly, certainly hope you're having a great day wherever you are. On behalf of myself, Sambo, and of course our wonderful Worgen mage Seraphis, it's us saying take care. We'll see you next time, and bye-bye.